We haven't had a talk in a while, and we truly need to talk. It seems like there's no connection nor transparency with the platform I'm on. So it seems like I have to vocalize and hopefully ripple effect with you guys as a viewer. You guys, most of you guys who are watching are not YouTubers. You guys who are watching may not know what goes really much into a video. Obviously, you know there's editing process, you get the recording process, but there's a little bit more to that when it comes to this line of work. And yes, this line of work was a privilege and was essentially given to me by the goons and Grizzy and his friend group. But there's still a matter of hard work that I put into this that I could say that's truly mine to a certain degree. And I don't want to lose that. I honestly don't. Yes, by the title, it's kind of clickbaity. It is sort of a joke. Just how there is a saying about jokes. Jokes are sometimes half truths. And in this case, the title of this video is a half truth. Towards the end of last year, I couldn't alert you guys that I received a strike. They took away my options to put anything on the community tab. They took away my options to upload anything. Comments but to comment back to the thousands of those who still watch my videos, that's a little too much work. I could have reached out to at least a few people, but I was dealing with a loss. For those who don't know, I lost my uncle. He was a big part of my life growing up. He was a traveler. He wasn't really much a part of my, I guess, adolescence phase of my life. He was more part of like my upbringing. I live in New Jersey. He lived in Jersey for a little while, then moved to Florida, from Florida to Puerto Rico. Before him going back to Puerto Rico, he decided to come down here in Jersey, and he wanted to stay here in Jersey for a while. But unfortunately, about a year and a half ago, another one of my uncles, unfortunately I didn't know him because he's lived his whole entire life in Puerto Rico. His brother passed away and left him his home. So to respect his brother, he left his apartment here in New Jersey and stood in his brother's estate. I received a call in the beginning of December saying that my Uncle Bobby was in the hospital. My whole family was just shocked because he was the baby. My great-grandmother had 16 kids and he was the last born. So we expected him to be the one to bury everybody. Unfortunately, whatever was affecting him spread throughout his body. Fluid was filling his lungs, and we received a message saying that he was getting better. They removed the fluid. He was in stable condition. And then December 23rd is when I got the call. Obviously, it devastated me and the whole family. We tried to be in a jolly, cheerful spirit for Christmas, but it was kind of hard. Fast forward a few days, unfortunately, my mom was asymptomatic with COVID. Not her fault. She didn't know she was sick. She didn't know she was a carrier. And when we all spent together as a family, especially after losing somebody so dear to us, we've all got sick. Me, Samami, my mom finally started getting symptoms a day after, and she got bad. My aunt got bad. And my cousins, my aunt has 3 kids. 2 twins at 10 years old and a 22-year-old, which is Infi. So Infi got hit. My 2 twin cousins got hit. My aunt got hit. I got hit. My mom was the source, and the missus got hit too. COVID hit me hard, so I was bedridden for a little bit. I was still trying to prepare content, trying to upload content for you guys as the best of my ability. And then the 27th hit. I got hit with a community guideline strike from McNasty going too far, which is a video that was approaching 3 years old. And that same day, McNasty got hit on his best of 2022 for a guideline strike. I understand YouTube as a company and as a corporation has to change their TOS system and have to keep it updated because new things come online and you always got to make sure your system is up to date. There's always newer concerns. People find gray areas and kind of abuse that system. I get that, and I wholeheartedly agree for changes of rules sometimes. I just don't like that they're transparent on the rule change. And especially that when they change a rule, they make it apply to the history of videos you uploaded. Let's say, for example, I have a candle next to me. This is a controlled fire. This is a candle. It's nowhere near hitting my shoulder. It looks closer in camera, but just like how you have it on your side mirrors, images are closer than the thing. It's not that close, right? Obviously, when I lean forward and I go like this, fix myself, I'm nowhere near the candle. The point I'm trying to make is that, let's say down the line, they're saying anything that deals with flammables or things that could ignite or fire in general. Let's say they don't want no fire at all in videos. This video is getting uploaded either on the 4th or the 5th, depending if I'm allowed to post tomorrow, which is supposed to be the 7th day, the 4th. But if they're gonna give me a hard time and not allow me to post on the 5th, then you guys are seeing this on the 5th. Just for the sake of it, January 4th, 2022. Let's say that this video is posted then. Down the line in 2025, they update their TOS and they update their rules saying any fire involved in the video will give you a strike. Instead of sending us an email, hey, our bots swept through all the videos in your channel and we found that with our new rules, these videos are deemed not worthy to be on the platform. We want to give you guys a week to take those videos down. We want to give you guys 3 days to take those videos down. Why can't we have that transparency? Why can that happen? But no, YouTube has to change the system, and then whatever is updated now, that will apply to things that were done 3, 4, 5, potentially 10 years ago. People call Prime YouTube 2015, 2014. You had the Filthy Franks, you had the iDubbbz, you have all these Leafy, you had all those type of people. Yes, a lot of the content were banned, but remember that time period, edgy humor was at its peak. There is still content within the 2014 to 2016 era that is still up, and some people kind of depend on that for residuals. As you click on the video, like any old videos, you still get revenue from it, as long as it generates more views. If it's like 10 views in a month, you get 1 Iranian penny from it. It's still residuals. And sometimes people depending on the size of a channel, if they're small like me, or if they're big like the Goons, or bigger like Misfits or Vanos and stuff like that, or Tyler, they could care less if one video is taken down. But when it comes to like the system changing at these time periods, if these channels are old, the system that is created now may target that era of that channel. And if they manage to get 3 strikes right, like back to back to back, instead of getting an email stating, hey, this era or this year of content or these specific videos are affecting are a violation of our new guidelines, they're out of a job. Once you get 3 strikes on YouTube, you're gone forever. You can't make a new channel. Anything that has your likeness on it, it's gone. You can't make a new channel unless you have a company, you have the whole Keemstar situation, but that's the gray area. I understand they're trying to get rid of gray areas, and I get that. I was a master of finding gray areas when I used to work at Walmart, and not to use it as a benefit for me, but more of a benefit for the customer and the company. I was always a people pleaser, but they're tearing down their own company. And the thing is, we can't do anything about it or say anything about it because who's our competitor? Who's in competition with this platform? Nobody. No one can compete with this platform. And that's essentially why I have this title, because this is 1 strike. 3 strikes. Any future plans or ideas I have, because there's a whole bunch of content I want to do. There's 2 people who I am working with on the side. I'm not going to name the project now or the channel or whatever, that will be coming to fruition soon. And I will hate that out of nowhere I'll wake up with 2 strikes and this channel is deleted. And then the new channel that has my likeness, that I put money into, other channels, and the 2 individuals and those respectful channels, the amount of time they put into it will cease because of these transparent rules. And that's my issue. I enjoyed the era of compilations. I know you guys love that era. I do too. I never really wanted to talk about why I wanted to kind of go my own route, but it's like at this point I'm being forced to show my hand, and this is the reason why. Back in March of 2022, I was stripped of my monetization for a whole month because of reused content during the time period where I needed it the most, since I was in Boston. I went to Boston, enjoyed the best time of my life. That was the best time of my life. But every penny used was a high risk, because the money that I was expecting to see in April was held. Because when you're not monetized, even no matter what amount of work you've done for that previous month, it's held until you get remonetized. So I'm here in a different city, different state, on reserve and credit cards. And just like that, my life is on pause. My life is on jeopardy. So I backed away from compilations. I predicted something like that might happen one day, and it did. And another reason why I stopped making so much compilations is because look what's going on with McNasty. He got outed. A best of clips from a whole bunch of greenlit videos, but something in that best of was dinged, but the original post is fine. And then I get hit as a repercussion. Now I'm a target because I share his content. So it's like, it's a risk. And yes, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I get all that. And I try my best not to. That's why, I have merch. Anybody who pays for merch, and there's a few people who I know that supported me by buying a hat, by buying a shirt, and buying, I have a mouse pad. Those tiny things help. And when you watch the end of the video, you guys see the YouTube member list and you see the Patreon list. Stuff like that helps me continue my life. Obviously, yes, the meat comes from this channel, but there's other ways to assist me. That's what a YouTuber does. YouTubers have multiple channels. Matt has a second channel. He had the car channel. Grizzy has Grizzy TV. You have Soup and Dallas Soup, McNasty, McNastier, Smitty Plus. You get the concept. All these YouTubers has multiple channels, and that's how they sustain their life. Because God forbid, if anything happens to their main channel, at least they have a backup channel. And that's something that I'm trying to do as well. That's why I'm trying to build up my name, build up my own platform, and build up my own image, so I can have at least a backup for stuff like this. Because God forbid, if I get another one of a guideline, I might have to delete all the compilations off the channel. And that's something that's going to devastate me, because without those videos, you guys would not be here. Without those videos, I would have never met Matt, Grizzy, Soup, Puffer, all these amazing people who I looked up to, who I talk to sometimes on the regular. Compilations changed my life. It brought you guys entertainment. I get a lot of people in the comment section saying, I found the guys because of you. And that's what genuinely makes me happy, because those guys genuinely saved my life. And the fact that doing something that I like or loved at the time, whenever this platform decides to change a small little rule, could jeopardize my entertainment, your entertainment, things that helped those guys a step higher in their ladder. Obviously, they've done the work themselves. They earned where they're at, but I gave them a little underdog because I believe they deserved it. I'm not taking responsibility of their success. They told me themselves that I just gave them a little underdog. I gave them a little push. They have 1 million, maybe 1,000 came from me, less than 1%. Whatever the amount they tell me it is, that's what they believe. Thousands, that they believe millions, that's up to their opinion. I just know that a lot of you guys emphasize in the comments that I helped you guys find them. I enjoyed that part of my life. I enjoyed compilations. I still do. As you guys saw, I did Matt's Best of 2022. I did both of Soup's channels, Dallas and his main of Best 2022. You have Matt's Best of Warzone. I put that together too. I enjoyed that kind of work. I don't mind doing it again. And the last video is Blog Define Logic. I want to continue that kind of stuff, but seeing how things could happen, I just don't know the direction of this channel. At first, I wanted to make this, residual here and there. Here, guys, I worked on something for Smitty. Here's a video. I looked at Grizzy's channel. I saw something I wanted to do. Here's a Grizzy video. Oh, I was watching McNasty, or I was watching Soup. I was watching Matt. Here's something from them. I'll put this together. Hope you guys enjoy. Because that's the root of this channel. This channel was built from that, to put all the cards on the table. That's why I had to step away. Yes, I wanted my own voice. Of course, who doesn't want their own voice? But I'm also a logical thinker. Yes, I play dumb on the videos, but in reality, I am smart. I was one of the youngest managers in the Walmart I worked at. I earned my rank because of how I think and how I'm a leader. YouTube was a place for me to let go and just be the kid that I always wanted to be. But unfortunately, I have to start being how I used to be as a manager and have that mindset coming into 2023, because it's scary. It's honestly really scary. I'm sorry that I'm venting so much about all the situations, but it's scary. If this channel gets another one of those, if you play baseball, you miss a ball, you know what I'm talking about. If this channel gets another one of those, I might have to either take down all the compilations, or I might just have to take down this channel itself. because a project I'm working on soon, 2 projects I'm working on soon, channel wise, if I can't be on the platform because of said rules of just it changing and now it applies to me and it affects me, that's 3 livelihoods being destroyed because of a change. Because instead of reaching out to us as creators and saying, hey, new system, new rules, these videos are now bad, we need you to take these down within 3 days or 4 days, they are just changing rules, having their bots sweep the whole entire playlist and uploads of your channel, and whatever the new rule is, if it applies to a 3-year-old video, they're not gonna care. They're just gonna just take it down and take your livelihood. I honestly can't afford that. I honestly can't take that risk. So yes, the title was a joke, but it's also a half truth. It may succumb to where I might have to take this channel down to save my own future for this platform. In the pinned comments in the description, there is a new channel called Senpapi. That is going to be the channel where I will strictly upload. Originally, this was going to be a highlight channel and compilation here and there. I might have to put a little setback on the compilation part. It may just strictly become a shorts and highlight channel for a while until we get more of a direct response from the YouTube team, which is not going to happen. We can only wish, which will never happen anyways. But until I could see what I could do and what is allowed, unfortunately, I'm going to have to post very scarcely on this channel. And I will say there are programs to download videos from other creators. That's what I use to make compilations. It might come to the case where if you guys enjoy a particular series of mine, of my olden days of compilations, I advise downloading them for your own enjoyment, for not reposting, but for your own enjoyment. Because so far, 2 of them are gone. Going Too Far for Soup number 5 is gone completely. That was my warning strike. And 2 weeks later, Big Nasty Going Too Far with the exclamation marks. That got me the second one. If there's anything in the series of the Going Too Far that you enjoy, I advise download it for your entertainment, just for memories. But there's a chance where if I feel like I'm getting like poked at, I might have to take all those videos down. The whole Going Too Far series might have to be taken down because YouTube is just changing and not advising the creators of the change, or not letting us know of what could be a potential risk with their new rules. You guys may love it. I may have loved those videos, but it's not worth me losing my home for. Sorry for the little downbeat video. Any support, I would greatly appreciate. Merch, I have a whole bunch of different shirts. I have sweaters, I have mouse pads, I have a new bag. If you guys like stickers, I have stickers. These are little things that you could do to support me. PayPal donations, becoming a YouTube member, Patreon, just a whole lot. There's many ways to help me kind of come back from this, especially now that it's January. It's just rough. It's just rough. So if you have any means to support me, go ahead. If you don't have anything to support, that's completely fine. The new channel Senpapi will be the best way to support me. Aid me to get that channel monetized, to help me find a different direction. And to the point where if I have no choice to get rid of this channel, it won't gravely put me in distraught. This channel is what's keeping me afloat. Today is just me being honest. I'm not Senpapi at the moment. I'm talking to you as Rick. The residuals of the compilations, the residuals of you guys is what is keeping me fed and is keeping me alive. So if you don't have the means to support me through merch or through Patreon or the other applications I mentioned before, another place for you to assist me on is my new channel, helping to get monetized, being an avid viewer, like those videos, comment on those videos, and help me tackle what's going on. If you help me become more influential on this platform, hopefully one day it gives me enough credibility, like the people who are on the top, Markiplier and so on, to help change this platform. Because when Markiplier speaks up, things change. When Corey speaks up, things ripple. And I'm not trying to sound egotistical or whatever. I'm not saying I want to have the power, or I'm in need of the power. But I would like to get to that level. Every YouTuber wants to get to that level. I genuinely do want to help people. And I genuinely do want to get to that point where people who dream is to become a creator or influencer won't have to be a dream. It could become a reality. But when you don't have a safe place to do it, then why do it? Anyways, sorry for the big rant. I just had to update you guys what's going on and why I haven't been posting and all that kind of sorts. But I love your faces. Channel some Poppy is in the pinned comment section, is in my description. Show some support. If you have means to show extra support, entirely up to you guys. Thank you for everything. Love you guys.
Coming from the next lane. I talk to God 'cause I am nervous.